Today we're going to be reacting to Survival Games I'm Not Surviving by Waves Again, so let's get into it.
Anyhow, send that transmission through. I wonder who it could ever be.
It is Waves! Video games are truly one of humanity's greatest achievements. I mean, they're personally up there.
So I thought when the title said survival games, I thought he was talking about like games like Squid Games, survival games, but no, he means actual video game survival game. Okay.
There was some of my favorite other things, like watching movies, playing basketball.
Is my resolution trash? What am I tripping? Oh yeah, it is. It's not even. Put it up. Yeah.
Or even being as enjoyable as that succulent, juicy, succulent fried chicken, baby. What can I say? Because I love that fried chicken, man. But the main point is
Don't start in the comments, I know.
Video games are one of my favorite pastimes. They help me relax from the hard truths about reality. Diving down into a good developed story can make you realize, damn, life is kind of trash. Whether your favorite type of games are action adventures, horror, or even some of those dating sims you can get off.
I don't like horror games. I could not play a horror game without jumping or screaming all the time. I don't like horror games. If I'm playing a horror game, I'm playing with somebody else. Don't even ask me to play by myself.
Steam. I know what type of man you are, bro. And personally, some of my favorite games growing up were survival games. Games where you have to tap into your primal instincts, look for materials, build houses, craft weapons and armor like
Minecraft. Also, the games I have, nothing fancy, survival games. I have Tears of the Kingdom, but besides from that, it's Sonic Frontiers. Nah. But I got Tears of the Kingdom like right here. Like, editor, if you can zoom in on that, it's like right here. So, yeah.
This shit used to be so fire, man. Like Ark is a childhood classic of mine and forever will be. That game is so goated. And when it comes to most of these huge exploration type of games, I'll be completely 110% honest here. I would game over myself in most of those scenarios. I'm dying.
Wow.
What do you think I am? Plot armor? Cut this shit, man. We're civilians. Even with the same awful abilities most video game characters end up getting anyway, I'd probably still die with them. I'm finished. And for today's video, my beautiful people, like my horror game video, I will be discussing certain survival type games.
You did a horror game video? Look, there's no horror. Simple. Hobbies playtime, you're not surviving. FNAF, you're definitely not surviving. And I'm missing one, but I know that one I'm missing, you're not surviving.
Games where I'm definitely seeing this screen, man. And don't worry, how this is gonna work is that in these games I'm gonna be speaking about, I would have all the same tools, resources, and know-how as all the characters you primarily play as. So it's basically just like putting me in set scenarios. Simple enough, right? So without any more yapping, let's get into the first pick, man.
See.
Before I even get into
I can't say too much about this because I have not played this game.
About this, Subnautica is genuinely one of the scariest horror games I've ever played in my life.
Heck no.
And for those of you smart asses hearing that, thinking this guy is stupid or saying it's a horror game when it traditionally looks nothing like one, oi, let me tell you something, bruv. Nah, because you want me to start going crazy right now, man. I'll crack this whole set down, I swear. Listen to
why do games that have the most horror in it aren't that... Blah, blah, blah. Why do games that have the most horror in it aren't horror games?
See, Subnautica is a single-player survival game, no Mickey Mouse multiplayer shit. And you're literally stranded in the middle of the ocean, and you have to dive deep into the dark, gloomy abyss of the water to even
You will not catch me going into the deep darkness of the ocean ever. That's the last place I want. You don't know what's down there? The ocean hasn't been truly explored yet for a reason. You see some of this that's down there? Heck no. Keep me away from the deep depths of the ocean.
Shit so you can survive. If you're still not convinced it's a horror game, I'll slap you. But Subnautica is like one of my favorite survival games. It's definitely up there, man. The whole idea of being able to go about swimming anywhere into a bunch of different terrains, building bases that look dope as hell, and even having cool-ass vehicles you can eventually make, like the sea moth and a submarine called a Cyclops. Bro, you can even eventually make a whole mech suit. It was just tough as hell to experience back in the day. And also, despite what some of you may think, it had a story. You play as a crew member from a ship called the Aurora, which crash landed on a distant alien planet that's just 99.9% water, and your goal or objective is to survive. Make sure you don't die and investigate the planet in general to figure out a way to escape. There's also some other things too, like for the story, you're also trying to find a cure for a life-threatening disease you get and disable a cannon that destroys any ship that comes close to the planet. Long story short, you're stranded. So with all of that being said,
you have to disable a beam that destroys any ship, which in other words destroys any chance of you getting help, and you're basically running on a timer or a time limit because you have a disease. That sucks.
am 1,000,000% dying on my first day here. It's good. Look, if it came down to any survival situation, don't get it twisted. I would be committed. I would try my absolute hardest to live and persevere for the next day so that my beautiful future wife and kids can look at me as the aspiring, motivational, masculine man that I am.
The heck?
I mean, shit, I would be saying that if it wasn't set in the flipping ocean, man.
I mean,
The
yeah.
ocean is horror. Listen, I have a few fears in my life. Like any other human, I'm afraid of some shit. One is people eating mayonnaise straight out of the jar. 2 is just the look of Arby's. And 3 is the goddamn ocean. Shit.
Arby's gets hate on, but yeah, a lot. But the curly fries though. But yeah, the ocean, keep that. Don't ask me to ever explore the ocean. I'm not doing it. Deep in the ocean, you know what type of is down there. I don't got plot armor, so I ain't doing it.
Not being for real, the ocean is going back for back with space for me because they're both terrible. The fact that most of our planet is the ocean and it hasn't fully been
I would
discovered
rather
yet
explore space than the
is
ocean.
enough to give me the heebie-jeebies. I'm like Scooby-Doo when I hear about this shit. I don't like it. And I know, you're probably thinking,
Man, you sound like a little bitch right now. Shut up.
You're right, but hear me out. I'm not talking about surface level water like beaches or just the top half of the
that's
sea.
cool, but
that's
like-
fine. Like the ones they be showing you in commercials, they're cool. The
But
ocean I'm primarily
deeper.
talking about is
Deeper.
the deep, dark, gloomy abyss. That is what happens when you go further down in it. I don't like this, man. I don't think anyone does. We don't know what's down there. All you do know is that when you go further down in the water, you can die from the pressure. It's dark as shit. And for some God knows reason, there's volcanoes at the bottom. Why? But the worst thing about deep water, ladies and gentlemen, isn't about how far down you can go. Isn't about how dark it is. And isn't about what you have to struggle through to even
It's
get down
about-
there. The scariest thing is what could be down there.
Exactly. I'm not trying to go into the ocean, deep ocean, not knowing what's down there. Anything could be down there, and I don't know it, and I ain't risking that. Nah, heck no.
All we flipping know, the bottom of the ocean could be home to
Yeah,
Godzilla or something worse. Like Wireless getting cancelled because Ye can't come to the UK. You don't know what's down there. And in Subnautica, you have your fair share of animals. You got alien alligators, alien jellyfish, sharks, yada yada yada. But there's one variety of creatures in this game that made me hate going near the spaceship, man. And they are called Leviathans.
Oh,
and they are
no.
what make this game a flipping horror game.
Yeah,
I'm scared
no.
of them. Cause tell me why every important place you have to go to in the game and you have to see these, man. And why is it every time you see them, they always try to be on site? They're stupid. Literally in the beginning,
Yeah,
you
no,
have to
not
go to
doing
the
that.
ship to get parts for your Seamoth, right? Boom! Reaper Leviathans, always jumping you and sneaking up on you. These guys love running the fade. They used to piss me off, man. And if you're going deeper down into the ocean and think you've escaped Leviathans, think again. Boom! Another type of Leviathan. When you go even further down from there, boom! Another one.
That
And he
is
has
on
had-
some demon types. Yeah, no. Get that all away from me. Yeah, no.
No, they've evolved. I just hated when I used to encounter these, man. I swear, I got jump scared like crazy. It was worse to get jump scared in an actual horror game, man. I swear to God, I used to hate this shit. And I swear down, there's even a mod of someone adding in a whole different type of Leviathan in a cutscene. Oh my God, I can't even. I'm gonna just show you, man. Look. What the hell?
Yeah, nah. Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, nah, I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, keep that thing away from me. Yeah, I'm good. Good. Legend of Zelda. Wow. Yep.
I know. You're probably thinking,
What the hell is he putting Zelda in here for? It's not a survival game.
Technically, it kind of is. It has a survival game aesthetic, but I understand why you put this here because like you think you beating Divine Beast. Yeah, no.
hey, I'm not
Even if you have all the stuff Link had the skill for it. You probably don't. So there's a difference.
disputing that. But listen to me. When it comes down to both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they're like a survival game. A little bit. But I just more so want to include them in the video anyway, because there's a lot of similar aspects to it. And I just want to yap about Zelda for a bit. Don't hate me for it. And there's only one word I can use to describe how I feel about these games. And that is, it's beautiful. There are no words
It's
to
like, do you think you could take on a Guardian? Do you think you could take on Gloom Hands? Yeah, no.
Express how amazing and cinematic these masterpieces are. I mean, take a second to think about it. But how shit the first Switch was, Zelda looked as good, if not better, compared to other games on rival platforms. Look at it, it's phenomenal. Breath of the Wild is already arguably one of the greatest games of all time. From its magnificent art and its scenery, its challenging yet engaging puzzles, beautifully written story about the champions and the divine beasts. Shout out to my goat Rivali, and just everything about this
Rivali, yeah, he and I wouldn't get along. He too arrogant for me.
game is such an enjoyable experience on your first playthrough. I guarantee you'll be entertained. You can't be. And in Tears of the Kingdom, even though the map is exactly the same, adding on the Sky Islands and the underground areas, contrary to popular opinion, I kind of prefer Tears of the Kingdom, I'm not gonna lie. Don't get me wrong, I don't think its story is better than Breath of the Wild's. Like, I prefer the previous champions compared to the current ones you helped make in the second game. These guys are ass, but the fact that there's more exploration here, and you can even build machines like hover bikes, mechs, and all sorts of devices.
I use that hover bike like all the time to get to places.
My creative mind flourish and truly take advantage of its uniqueness. I'll be honest, I just used to make a bunch of dumb shit. And if I was to replace Link in this world as the hero of Hyrule, destined to save Princess Zelda and stop Ganon, no! Look, man, you're telling me I'd wake up practically butt-ass naked in a pod, just running outside into this big-ass field with nothing. I'd be lost here. What the hell you want me to do? And
exactly. Like, you know what you have to do to get the Master Sword? You think getting the Master Sword, yeah, I could just do that. You know what you have to do to get the Master Sword? In Breath of the Wild, you have to have enough hearts. In Tears of the Kingdom, not only you have to have enough stamina, you have to fight Gloom Hands and then get on top of Zelda. Pause. The dragon. And you aren't doing that. Link, he had the skill for it and the plot armor for it. And even if you have the plot armor for it, you don't got the skill for it.
Monsters. There's monsters everywhere. Every 5 minutes that you walk somewhere that isn't near a shop or a town, you will find a monster. Whether it be a small-ass group of goblins, disguised ninjas who love bananas that would rob my shit all the time, and stupid level mobs like Lionels and Hinoxes. God damn, man, there's a whole Ghidorah clone in Tears of the Kingdom. We are not beating that. And God knows that with the way Link is out here parrying whole Guardian beams in his own game with anything. Bitch, I can't do that. What do you think this is? I'm a regular ass nigga. When I used to finish school, I would bolt straight home. I'm cooked. Get it? Bolt, like Bolt, the movie. Okay, I shut up now. If you look at it from a realistic perspective, it's basically just a normal caveman-like survival experience. If I was to be Link, it feel like building something up from scratch again. Going out into public, opening a bunch of random chests, get some bullshit armor set, walk around some more, fight some goblins with a stick I found. Going into
most of the armor, some armor has perks to it, but some of it is just for aesthetic.
Tries doing puzzles that may end my life for experience points, because guess what? You need experience points to even have a chance to live here. You need to pay to live. How would anyone be able to live?
You need to get those orbs, and you think you doing all them puzzles? Yeah, no. Breath of the Wild, it's cool, but like realistically, you're not surviving long if you have to do all the stuff Link had to do.
This is crazy. When Link is resurrected or when he wakes back up from his sleep, the man has no hearts and no stamina, bruv. That means when I'm introduced into the world, I ain't gonna have shit neither. Can't even climb a wall or swim to save my life. It would be like being Captain America before the serum. I'm useless. And don't even get me started on going for weapons like the Master Sword. You need something like 12 to 14 hearts to even be able to take the sword from the Deku tree in the first place. Otherwise, you just die. And from every 4 orbs you get from a shrine, you can get 1 full heart container. So by the maths, you need to have done more than 40 shrines to even get the right amount of hearts to use a sword that runs 40 shrines to even get the right amount of hearts to use a sword that runs out of energy and you can't even use it for another 10 minutes. It's not even forever. Scam. And then we would have what would be my life's purpose, which is to essentially save and protect Zelda at all costs. Yeah, I'm not doing all of that, little bro. Look, I get it. I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that when it comes to the lore, it's like Link, Zelda, and Ganon are all bonded together in an eternal cycle of hatred. A curse put on them by the Demon King Demise. So for however how long these 3 see each other, it's always gonna be on sight. But still, I'm not saving Zelda. She can save herself. Believe me, I'm all for being a gentleman. I mean, my mama raised me right. I'm calm with being a knight in shining armor, and I truly do believe in being chivalrous. Ladies, I'm 6'2", by the way. But she has powers, come on, it's kind of stupid not to let her help you. And did you see Ganon and Ganondorf in both the games? The man made an entire...
You're not beating all of that. You gotta have prior experience. Link had all that prior experience. That's why it was a lot more easier for him. So you don't got that experience like
A
that.
world full of monsters. He corrupted the divine beast that made a whole castle float. He
Yep.
turned into a giant pig. I can't fight that. It's haram. And it took a bow of light to even beat him in that state. And then when he fully reformed in the second game, brother, he's so broken. His health bar almost
Exactly,
went
that was annoying. I was not. You know how surprised I was when I saw this MF health bar extend past the name? I was like, what the F is going on? I died so many times. But now I can beat this dude with ease. I actually beat this dude with like basic armor with no bow and no shield. I could beat this dude now.
the game.
It's easy.
What do you mean? I'm just a human, man. How come Zelda and Ganon get some magical stupid ass abilities and then Link has to have a sword capable of doing that shit? You're capped here. His extra powers he gets from the champions and his arm don't count, by the way. They're not comparable to what these two can do. It's not fair. Shit. Like, how's Rivali's Gale gonna help me beat Dark Beast Ganon, bro? These men turn into whole dragons at one point as well. It's some
Actually,
bullshit.
I'm pretty sure you can't even use the champion abilities in the final fights. Yeah, you can't even use the champion abilities in both games in the final fight. So it's like, what's the point?
I would never survive living in Hyrule. That shit should be called Hell Rule. I could never be a civilian here. I'd rather live in Black Clover, and that's saying something. As soon as I would wake up in this sleeping pod, and I'm going back to sleep, bro, believe it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this brings me to the final game I want to discuss for the video. One of the hardest survival titles known to man. One of the biggest games filled with the most hardship. Worse than Souls games. Worse than stealth games. Worse than any other game you could compare to it. And I am speaking about the myth, the legend.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're all hopefully familiar with Minecraft. So let's cut the shit. I'm dying, man. Even if you gave me the same mechanics as Steve, with having the weird ass power to be able to break anything with my hands, that doesn't change the fact that I would practically have to once again build my whole shit back up here. I'm cooked. The whole
It's fighting the Ender Dragon every time night falls, mobs spawn, so you gotta always be prepared for at nighttime. Sure, yeah, you can have beds. Yeah, beds will get you past that, but then you still gotta fight enemies to get experience. You still gotta fight the Ender Dragon and all that.
The whole aspect of this game isn't that big of a deal. I mean, crafting and making a bunch of weapons would probably be decently difficult, but not unachievable. It's a lot easier here. There's villages too that you could just pop by to trade with merchants, and if you're hungry, you can just go ahead to steal some of their food. That would be calm. And building a house would be tough as hell. But then you're telling me I have to go and do some random shenanigans to even build a flipping bed. Why do I have to kill 3 sheep for? They're sheep. Someone call the RSPCA, man. That's
You don't have to kill them. You can just shear them.
I love the taste of lamb though. It's tasty. I'll just be honest. Once it turns nighttime out here, it's game over. The mobs in Minecraft, if I were to encounter them on a one-on-one, are outrageous. Zombies, skeletons with flipping bow and arrows. A human-sized spider? Imagine that in real life. You would cry.
Them skeletons have like aimbot because they don't miss.
Creepers who are out here exploding non-stop, so they will probably blow up my house to begin with. And you even have Endermen. And if you mess with these man one bit, they're literally going to take my life. It's over. If I was in Minecraft, half of my whole life would depend on skill and expertise. And then the other half would be on RNG and luck. I would have to be so flippin' lucky. The 4-leaf clover would be my best friend. I would have to mine as much valuable resources as humanly possible. Diamond, gold, emerald. I'm gonna be rich, man. I would have to risk.
Also, I like to say, finding emeralds is a lot harder than finding diamond. That's what I noticed. Finding emeralds is a lot harder than finding diamond.
My life jumping into giant caves full of lava to find all of this shit. With no guarantee that I would even make it out of there alive. I'm finished.
Like if I'm gonna go into the world of Minecraft, I'm gonna at least need like 5 other people with me so we can make this work.
I watched the Minecraft movie, so I don't know how PG they made that. But to actually think about being in the Minecraft world would be cool. For like 2 seconds, and then you imagine it's like any other survival game. Just because everyone is a block here doesn't make it any less hard. There's witches in this world, my boy. Literal Expelliarmus witches. Dolores Umbridge is here. God, I hate that woman. There's iron golems who can literally dash me to the moon, bro.
That's if you don't mess with the villagers and you'll be all right.
Look at a villager wrong, I'm done. You can open a literal portal to hell. The nether is basically hell and encounter creatures like half-pig zombies, giant flying ghosts, a fire ghost, and then if you're even crazy enough to try it, you could go into the ender realm and you'll fight a giant dragon. Bro, sign out, man. Listen, don't get twisted. I'd love to still have like a day or a week in Minecraft. Not my whole life. Because, you know, maybe it would be an enjoyable experience to be a part of this peaceful world. Exploring.
Yeah, and if I actually don't die, and if I end up dying, I actually don't die, then yeah, Minecraft, trying it out in real life wouldn't be bad. Just don't make it so if I die in the game, I die in real life. I don't want that.
Every different biome and interacting with all the different animals and wildlife. Even being able to craft your own armor sets, enchant your weapons, and even be able to fly with an elytra. It would be a cool experience. And I could see someone saying
you
they
need
could
to beat the Ender Dragon in order to get the elytra.
survive living in Minecraft. If they did some bullshit like living in the mountains away from everything, then it's possible. But to spend a day-to-day here, crafting, fighting, doing dumb shit, and just trying to live life to the fullest here, bro, I even forgot. What if you encounter Hero Brian?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm out here. And these are all the games I wanted to speak about today. And if you thought this video was entertaining, make sure to check out my horror game one I made a few months back.
If y'all want to check that one out, let me know. Well, yeah, those are horror games. Makes sense. Would not want to be in any one of them. Actually, out of all of them, do I want to be? Nah. I feel like I have a higher chance with Minecraft if I just study all the hacks and all that, all the tricks, study them, practice them before I enter the world. Then I'd probably have a chance in Minecraft. But hey, let me know what game, survival game you guys would pick. So with that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Post tab has like a poll. Nobody's been posting anything on there. Like, I want to make a video, Sonic hot takes. Check it out. Put your Sonic hot takes there. Check out more of the long form videos. The shorts videos are doing good, so check those out as well. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And with that, I see you next time. Woo.
You know we dancing for the win cause it's family. You can stand against your over me, see my banner. Watch it through the city, shake the ground.